It gives me great pleasure to introduce Guajome Park Academy Superintendent Kevin Humphrey.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I too would like to take the time to be able to say thank you to all the dignitaries who are here, but especially I want to say thank you to the Vista Chamber, Kent, Kathy, and now Rachel for being able to put on this amazing event. It's such a special moment, as you guys see already. Again, another dynamite lineup of students. I also want to congratulate the parents. I mean, you constantly are reminded of why these students are so special, and all of the hard work that you have to put in to be able to help our students be able to get here and be so special. So thank you and congratulations to you guys. This day is just as much for you as it is for the students. You should be very proud. Today I have the distinct pleasure of introducing Douglas Poffinbarger. Now, of course, it's one of those situations where I have my prepared remarks, but a conversation at the table before the event happens changes those remarks. And an interesting story about Doug, a very high-achieving young man who has big plans, and I'll let him share that with you, was that he invited his drama teacher today, and the reason that he signed up for drama, the reason why he chose that class, according to Mom, was that he wanted to get better at public speaking. And so he decided that he was going to take the opportunity to challenge himself as something that he felt was something he wasn't very good at, to become better. And it's something that it's really tough for anybody to do, much less a teenager, to find something you're not very good at, risk failure, and learn from that failure and get better. And it's something that I'm really excited that you chose to do. It's something that we work really hard with students and staff and everybody to try to be able to figure out ways to be able to get better, to challenge yourself. And so I want you guys to learn a little bit more about Mr. Poffinbarger, and I want to invite Mr. Poffinbarger, his family, and Mr. Canaletti up right now.
All right. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Doug Poffinbarger. I'm a senior at Guajome Park Academy, and today I'm here with my lovely mother, Lucia, and my father, Doug. I'm also here with my stage production teacher, which is our drama class. He is the head of the drama department at our school. His name is Mr. Paul Canaletti, and then as well with my superintendent, Mr. Kevin Humphrey. So I don't like to talk about myself, so this is kind of hard. But if I had to choose something, I would say I believe that the greatest contribution I have made to my school is trying to establish a positive atmosphere where my teachers and fellow students can thrive. I believe that the little things in life add up over time and turn into bigger things, so I try to have a positive influence on those around me daily. I believe it brings me joy to put smiles on others' faces, so I try to make sure that I tell my teachers to have a good day after I leave their class for that period. I try to be friendly to new people that I meet, and I try to have a positive influence on underclassmen and as well as my peers. Additionally, I try to live out my days as a representation of Christ. I'm also a Christian, and so my faith is definitely the biggest aspect of my life. One of the biggest lessons I've learned through high school is definitely that time management is key. As a student who is in the full IB diploma, I also have a job and balancing church and just time with friends and family. Just all of my responsibilities that I have, it's definitely hard to manage everything if I don't manage my time well. So every time I've procrastinated on getting work done, I've definitely suffered for it, either by sleep deprivation or a poor grade. So the times where I manage my time well has led to me getting everything done on my schedule and has definitely made everything easier in life. I consider myself a very fortunate person to have such great parents, to have such great teachers and friends, so I'm definitely very lucky in the upbringing I've had. But overall, making sure that I balance my time is very key for me. This fall, I plan to attend Pepperdine University or Cal Poly San Luis Obispo, where I will be majoring in liberal studies and hopefully becoming an elementary school teacher. I'm very passionate about kids, and I definitely want to pursue this career because I care about making a positive influence on the next generation of youth that is coming up after us. With all the struggles that we see in today's society, it's definitely kind of disheartening. So it's definitely a goal of mine to be able to raise kids in our education system and potentially my own children where I can raise them to be better examples of Christ, to represent humanity well, and just to overall be great humans. So that is a goal. Finally, I wanted to close up by thanking the sponsors. So thank you all for sponsoring this event, and I'm very blessed to be here. Thank you.
Thank you. I first want to start off by telling Chase's dad, well played. I have 3 children, and it would 2 boys, 21 years old, and it would be smart to line them up with a room full of people like Rosa. So well played. I am Paul Canaletti, and I am the drama teacher at Guajome Park. I have been there for 20 years. I'm celebrating my 20th anniversary this year, and I'm ecstatic to be able to speak on Doug E. Fresh. What I've been calling him since the 6th grade when I first had him as a student. I am going to look at my notes because I can be long-winded and easily off track. But that's what I've been calling him since the 6th grade. But simply put, Doug is... Oops, I lost my notes. 1 second. Simply put, Doug is... where did it go? That's unfortunate. A great guy. He's oh, this is unfortunate. Yeah, where did Doug help me find it? So I'll riff while he's there. Simply put, Doug is an amazing guy. He gets great grades. He's an awesome guy. People like to be around him. He's intelligent. He's thoughtful. He's kind. He's gracious. He's honest. He's fair. All the girls want to date Doug because he's so cute. And all the guys want to be Doug because he's so cute. And all the teachers really like Doug. Not because he's so cute, that would be weird, but because he loves education and he wants to get as much out of his time at Guajome Park Academy as he possibly can. All right, it's okay. As he possibly can, and that's why teachers love to be around Doug and love to have part of Doug in their classes. There's 2 stories that stick out for me, for Doug. One is that he is a leader on our campus. He's in charge of, or one of the leading proponents of a program that we have called Friends of Rachel. And what Friends of Rachel is a program that meets during our advisory that helps sort of get students to connect to one another. And by that process, creating a better and stronger campus. And Doug is one of the strongest proponents of that program and demonstrates his leadership every day through that program and his passion for that. The other story is a simple one. As a drama teacher, I often have to wait with kids at the end of rehearsal or a performance as they wait to get picked up by parents. And kids think it's a really annoying time for me, or that it's a burden on me that I have to wait to get picked up. And Doug and I were waiting one day for his parents to come and pick him up. And it's actually simply the opposite. It's a time that I really enjoy, where I get to know kids and get to connect with kids on another level and have honest conversations with them as I wait for their parents. And one of the days I said to Doug as we were waiting, "So what do you want to be when you grow up?" And he said, "Well, I want to make a difference. I think I want to be in children's ministry or a grade school education." And this isn't an exact quote, but he said, "I want to be a role model. I think in this world, there's a need for role models like me." And I couldn't reiterate that enough, that the world would be lucky to have Doug as a role model. So thank you.
Thank you. Thanks. No, it's wonderful being the mother of this wonderful young man. I think it's kind of interesting because we always think about what are our kids learning from us. But when I look at Doug, I look at what have I learned from him. And he is an amazing relator. Relationship is something that he values so highly that for me it's been a great learning experience. I love people, but he is so genuinely interested and caring about somebody else and how they feel and what's happened in your day and that kind of thing. It just has blown me away. So it's been a great learning experience for me to learn from my own son and to really see how much relationships are valuable and people are valuable no matter who you are. And he has no prejudices that I've seen or anything. He's just very welcoming and very engaging of all types of people, and I love that about him. I also love, he has an adventurous spirit too. He has told us often that he's wanted a dog. Well, we have a cat, and this cat is our daughter's pet that she's had since she was very young. So I told him, I said, look, we're not going to get a dog because a dog is like having another child, but you can start a dog walking business. So he started a little dog walking business, and it was curious to me because during this dog walking business, this mother has just really loved my son, and she's like, would you babysit my kids? So now he's not just a dog walker, but he babysits these kids, and he's had this little business for like 2 years on top of a job too. So he definitely has a spirit of giving and engaging, and it's just a wonderful thing to be his mom, but I'm taking a lot of time.
So I want to tell you a story just briefly about Doug from a dad's perspective and athletics. So I used to play baseball. I'm tall. I was pretty good at it. And when it came time to, when he got, was young and I said, hey buddy, let's go play some baseball. And he said, yeah, okay Dad. I said, yes. And so we went out and we played a season of t-ball. And at the end of the season, my hopes were up really high. And I said, how'd you like it, buddy? He goes, Dad, that sucked. He said, all the kids do is they run around and nobody can hit the ball, and they just chase after the ball all day. It's really boring, and I just stand out in the outfield. And so we talked about it, and so we got him into soccer. So the next season he starts playing soccer, and boy, he could just run because he was very active as a little guy. And just run and really enjoyed it and started taking off at it. And I said, I don't know anything about soccer. But I want to be around my son because he's a wonderful kid. And so I learned to coach soccer. So I started coaching through the years and quickly he got way better than I could ever coach. And so one thing I did learn as a coach is that most kids love to be the star, right? The rising star. They want to be out in front. They all want to play forward. They want to be the striker. They want to be the ones that are in the newspaper or in front of the cameras. And so he kind of did too, but shortly thereafter, we were talking about the playing and stuff, and I said, buddy, have you ever heard of a guy named Magic Johnson? And he didn't really know who it was. And then I explained to him, I said, well, he's the one who does all the passes, and he's the one who sets up all the other players. And it wasn't my idea that said that, but it was him who was looking for that position on the team to serve everybody and make everybody look great. And so that's his character, is he took off in a role where he was always the supporting role and setting people up for their greatness so that they could achieve well. And so he could serve them. That, in a nutshell, is my son. And that's somebody I'm extremely proud of, and just we're very blessed to have him in our life. And every day as a dad, he's so far above where I ever was as a kid, and today I look at him, I think, I hope I can be like him. So I'm very proud of you, Douglas. We love you.
And now I have the distinct pleasure, and hopefully she can speak, of bringing up Nicole Allard from Michigan High School.